sources of methylene be taking the magic skills of go back in time, turn into a person during the Industrial Revolution, and experience life during the time of the Industrial Revolution. We will be exploring tuberculosis in the Industrial Revolution.
Let's go!
TB, also known as tuberculosis, was a great killer in the cities during the Industrial Revolution. It was considered by far the leading cause of death in Britain and Western Europe in the 18th and 19th centuries. It was caused by a microbacterium. The disease attacks the lungs, causing sufferers to suffer from coughing fits and spread the disease through air and spit towards another host. It was accounted for many deaths during the Industrial Revolution. Industrialism caused the outbreak and epidemic of TB from four main contributing reasons. 1. Poor nourishment. 2. Poor living or working conditions. 3. The dense population. And 4. The ultimate lack of knowledge.
Poor nourishment and nutrition in people. According to PubMed.gov, there is a lot of relationship between malnutrition and tuberculosis. Malnutrition is when someone is poorly nourished and has a lack of nutrition. According to the quote above, when someone is poorly nourished, it negatively affects their cell-mediated immunity, aka CMI. This means that without CMI functioning properly, a person would be very vulnerable and an easy host.
Poor working and living
Conditions.
Living and working conditions were both very impactful on TB and its growth during the Industrial Revolution. During the Industrial Revolution, factories and homes were overcrowded. With so many people together, it made it easier for TB to spread because people were so close together with such little airflow and ventilation. This made the air stuffy and easier for TB to spread via the sneeze and cough droplets because there's no airflow. The only source of light in factories was sunlight from windows, which greatly limited people from vitamin D. After reading the above quote, you can see how this greatly impacted people.
Lack of knowledge.
During the Industrial Revolution, there was no knowledge of the microbe world, the germ theory. Instead, people believed in miasma, the theory that all disease and sickness was caused by an invisible poison cloud in which is characterized by its foul smell. People at the time believed this was the real cause for all disease and sickness, so they took unnecessary and unhelpful precautions they believed would work. However, the theory of miasma was not completely wrong. Bad odor was indeed caused by lots of bacteria and microbes, some being pathogens, so not all the precautions were completely useless. The wrong part was that they believed it was just an invisible cloud that was just there. Microbes don't work like that. People wore masks to help get rid of the bad smell, which did help. They might have not known it, but the masks were actually filtering air, helping get rid of small dust particles. Also, spit and mucus infected people could have coughed into the air, which greatly helped lessen the chances of people being infected. But still, from the lack of knowledge, people didn't take necessary precautions in avoiding the disease, such as washing their hands regularly or staying hygienic, which was the main reason TB spread so fast.
Solution.
It wasn't until the germ theory was developed before people started taking proper precaution and treatment for TB. As TB was spreading through countries and infecting more people, it began to be recognized by doctors and motivated public health action. In 1882, Robert Koch discovered the cause of TB, which was the first step in discovering the cure. As more people were infected, the more doctors were interested in finding out what TB was and how to cure it. In 1945, it was announced that streptomycin has benefits of fighting TB, which would have been known as the first cure. However, it was later found that the application was limited by the rapid development of resistance by the drug. Later in 1945, it was discovered that streptomycin, when combined with para-aminosalicylic acid, greatly reduced the occurrence of drug resistance. In 1952, isoniazid was found to be the best cure. It was inexpensive, well tolerated, and safe.
Implication.
Social.
The drug used to cure TB has had a large impact on people in society. A positive impact would be the fact that many people have been cured of TB. A negative impact might be the fact that some people might have medical reasons and cannot take the drugs used to cure TB, and they might not believe it is fair for them. A challenge for the drugs would be anti-vax moms who believe false rumors about vaccinations and are vaccinating their children themselves. Doctors need to find a way to gain these people's trust in that vaccines work.
Economical. Over time, as the drugs used to treat TB have evolved, they have just gotten better and better, being more effective and pricing-wise. This is good because not only do people get cured faster, but it also takes us to afford these cures. This is much helpful in less fortunate areas where TB is more common, so they don't have to pay much for treatment. Vaccines mentioned above are more commonly distributed in poorer regions. In a nutshell, the cure and treatment for TB has both benefits and limitations. However, the benefits outweigh the limitations, making the cure to TB now one of the greatest medical achievements. The understanding of microbes has greatly impacted the cure of TB. Without the knowledge of microbes, scientists and doctors would not have been able to know what to do with the disease, still thinking it was caused by miasma. Only through experiments and knowledge were doctors and scientists able to find the real reason and information behind TB and how to fix it. Back when doctors used to think about miasma, they would have masks that looked like large crows with beaks filled with flowers such as lavender to drive the bad smell away. With the knowledge we know now, we know that that is completely useless and would have done nothing. We must thank Louis Pasteur and Robert Koch for creating the germ theory, their experiments helping us achieve an insight and view of the microscopic world. Without this information, perhaps TB and other diseases would have wiped the world.